It is a new trailer for Shazam. You guys know the details. I'm not running through them right now. We got this new trailer. It leans super heavy into the comedy. So, Roka, what do you think of this trailer? Is it fun, silly, different kind of vibe for you, or is it too silly?
Yeah, I mean, we saw the silly already in every one of these trailers. This one leaned a little too heavily in the silly, and it scares me a little bit. Now, look, don't come after me, DC. God damn it. I'm a massive Captain Marvel fan, massive Captain Marvel fan, so I will fight you in the streets. But this situation, this trailer for me, although it was nice to see Mark Strong get some more screen time, for me, this trailer kind of scared me a little bit that we're going to get a little too goofy and not enough of believability in this character and in what Zachary Levi is doing with the Billy Batson adult version of it. So that concerns me. We'll see how they lay the groundwork out in the beginning of the relationship with him being a foster kid and being friends with that kid from Stranger Things as well, right? Or from It. Sorry, from It.
Jack Dylan Grazer.
Jack Dylan, yeah, the relationship there. I think if they lay the groundwork there, I'll be fine with all the goofiness coming out afterwards. It's just, when you saw Big, Tom Hanks did a fantastic job bringing a kid to life in that way. I wonder if Zachary is playing a kid rather than embodying a kid, and that's what kind of occurred to me as I was watching this trailer. So nothing exactly. I love Zachary, Chuck, and everything else, but like to me, this trailer left me a little bit concerned they're going to try to be really funny as opposed to actually like something grounded.
I can tell you got something to say.
Oh, really?
I don't know. You had that face on.
That's just my face when I listen to Roka talk. Yeah. No, I like the trailer. I think it looks fun. I agree with a lot of what you said. I'm not worried about it being too silly, but I do think that nailing the relationship aspect is really important, and I think that's why I actually preferred the previous trailer. This one didn't have as much emotional weight to it, and it was, it showed off more of the action, which is fine, and that was interesting to me because it does actually, this action looks right at home in the rest of the DCEU as it exists. I wasn't sure exactly what it would look like since it is kind of a more fun, lighthearted movie, but really, like, when he moves and gets into action, he looks like he could fit in right alongside what we've seen in Aquaman and Justice League and all that. So that was cool to see. I'm for it. I'm not worried about it. I think it looks really good, but I hope it has that heart in it, because I think that's what will prevent it from becoming what Roka's worried about.
Well, and it might be leaning towards a more comic booky tone when you see how Aquaman was done. You see how this looks. This may be the new DCEU approach, is a more comic booky tone.
I don't necessarily think that's the new DC approach. I think the new DC approach is what we had covered recently, which is pretty much focus on one movie, one story, one character, make it their thing, make them all different, and basically build a franchise that way instead of trying to reverse engineer everything. And thus far, given how Aquaman did, I think it's working in their favor. And this is, oddly enough, been my most anticipated of all the DC films. And I say oddly because I knew nothing about Shazam before they started rolling out stuff from this movie. And it is something about the big vibe. It's that story that no matter what, no matter how you tweak certain little details, it'll always get at me. Because also, like, what kid out there doesn't dream of being an adult, but like what adult out there can't have fun with the fantasy of like a kid being in an adult body, let alone an adult superhero body? So I get a kick out of the whole concept, and I've liked the different vibes that some of the trailers had, and I would be worried about this being too silly if this trailer hadn't made me laugh out loud a couple of times, and it definitely did. I would say the Batman joke, I thought that was very, very funny. And then the button at the end.
That killed me.
When he crashes through into the office building, I was laughing out loud. And that's kind of what I want from this. I want the fun, I want the zaniness, I want the humor, and then I want the relationship between Zach Levi and Jack Dylan Grazer. And based on what I've seen from the two of them thus far, there is kind of no doubt in my mind that they're going to nail that.
I think they missed a boat not having Destiny Child say my name on that trailer, because they say my name the whole time. And using the Eminem track, I love Eminem, but I thought the Destiny's Child's say my name would have been a better.
Maybe they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, it's
Beyonce
possible.
You never know.